A tomato plant, if you grow it from seed, and some of y'all may not have done that, but it'll come up and it'll produce a couple little seed leaves, we call them. After it's been acclimated to the sun and the temperature, about a month in, you go ahead and plant it in the ground. So I'm breaking the rules there. But what I realized tonight, it's funny, all the stuff that this old farm teaches me, how relevant that is even to our lives. I take that tomato plant out of where it was planted. The seed came up, it flourished, it was going to do fine. And I buried it up to the first leaf. Sometimes I'd even chop the leaf off. Definitely take the first 2 leaves off, trim it back a little bit, and bury it to the hilt. If you've ever looked at a young tomato plant, you see all those little white spines on the stem. Those are roots if they hit the ground. Trouble is, if you plant it without burying it up to the leaves, some of y'all know this, it'll grow, it'll probably produce tomatoes, but it doesn't have that root structure. It's not strong. It hadn't had to deal with adversity. And sometimes when that fruit comes on, as pretty as it is, it breaks the plant. It doesn't know how to handle the weight of success. But if you bury it, put it through some trouble, some dirt, if you will, around it, up to that first leaf, it has an opportunity to develop roots, become strong, so that when all that weight gets on that poor little plant, it can hold, because its roots have been able to develop. I thought about that with each plant that I put in today. It's so true even with life. We see stories of people with unearned success, a windfall, lottery. Just can't handle. When that fruit weighs heavy on the vine, they do not have the roots to support it most times, unfortunately. She's digging up a pea patch, but I don't know, the trade-off's kind of fair. Sissy, leave that alone. Come on.